Crypto Kids, there's been a hack, and the monetary policy within Japan is looking to be quite hawkish, resulting in Bitcoin to dump from $65,000 into $62,000. We're hitting strong support. However, if 62.7 is lost, the probabilities of reaching 59.1 go up quite dramatically, in my opinion. So in today's video, I'll be giving you the short-term outlook combined with our top news stories. And I want to show you something very historical that took place for Bitcoin last night. Before we continue, though, if you do enjoy the topics of today's discussion, make sure to do me a huge favor and destroy the like button. Let's see if we can reach back to 300 likes. And guys and girls, by looking at the first link in the description and clicking it, you'll be forwarded to the following campaign page we have with BTCC that are giving you guys $1,000 position when you sign up with your email address and password only. After one business day, you'll be airdropped with $1,000 position where all profits you make will be for you to keep. This is an incredible campaign. And our top 5 traders will receive an iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's unbelievable. Make sure to check out the first link in the description down below if you want to take advantage of this $1,000 position. And with that, let's commence with the details to the current hack, or the hack that took place earlier on this morning. It equates to $38 million. Coldcard, a hardware wallet company that everybody in the industry, especially Bitcoiners, know about. In one of their models from 5 years ago, a firmware software problem was found, and basically those wallets were not creating fully randomized seed phrases. They were creating pseudo-anonymous seed phrases, and the generator was linking things like the device serial number and other identifiers to the creation of that seed phrase. I think with the development of new AI tools, that's my personal speculation, hackers were identifying such pseudo-anonymous seed phrases and then cracking into them and taking control of the Bitcoin. $38 million, 594 Bitcoins were affected. In a 25-minute window. If you have any Coldcards, please check out the official, their official account sources and follow along as they suggest. It begs the question, are our crypto in self-custody even safe? And here's my 2 Satoshis. I personally keep crypto on a diversified range of exchanges and between Trezor and Ledger hardware wallets. I like Trezor a bit more because it is open sourced. Their most recent safe models have the top standard in anonymity, or sorry, I said pseudo-anonymous. That's a mix-up with Bitcoin terminology. Pseudo-random. The randomness in Trezor is highest level of standard in the recent models, and their mixology is open source. So developers all across the world can verify and say, yes, this is good to go. In Ledger, that's not the case. They claim to have also the highest standard in random generation, but it's closed. The code is closed off, so we don't truly know. I have money there. I have money in Trezor. I like to keep a diversified approach, but I don't believe we realize the importance of taking self-custody seriously. It's beautiful that our Bitcoin are non-confiscatable from any middlemen, and our Bitcoin is forever ours to keep. But when it's not stored properly in places that could have potential vulnerabilities, I mean, this would have been completely impossible to know. It's been under the radar for 5 years. It creates a little bit of anxiety. I need to be honest with you. So I'm making sure that my crypto is diversified through many different avenues. So God forbid, if something faces an issue, then at least I have 80-90% of my crypto split across different exchanges. I've got crypto on Bybit, I've got crypto on Weeks, on Lovex, on BTCC, and a few other exchanges as well. And Trezor and Ledger are my go-to hardware wallets. That was one of the reasons for Bitcoin's drop in the previous 24 hours. I think a stronger factor was the hawkishness in Japan. Why is Japan important? Well, Japan, the Japanese yen carry trades, trillions of dollars of it are tied into risk-on assets, including not trillions in Bitcoin specifically, but spread between Bitcoin and American stocks, European stocks. People borrow at very low rates in Japan. Currently, it's sitting at 1%, but previously it was 0%. They take the money the Japanese yen borrowed, swap it into US dollars, and diversify their capital. They leverage the Japanese yen carry trade. But Japan hiked their interest rates to 1% and have hinted that further hikes can potentially come by, causing the Japanese yen to go up in value, putting your, I'll show you by exactly how much we went up by 3%, putting your carry trades at a risk of potentially owing more than you've made, right? The underlying collateral is Japanese yen. So if you've swapped it into US dollar and the investments you've made haven't appreciated by 3.5%, you could be facing liquidation risk. So what does this do? The very high leverage people, they need to liquidate and then pay off their debts in the Japanese yen, and that results in reductions that is most clearly shown by Bitcoin and, of course, the S&P 500. We got very strong results in Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft. Microsoft particularly recording the biggest single-day gain since 2008, but it's not enough to put you out of this diamond pattern, and the influence comes from bearish, hawkish messaging in the Japanese monetary policy. So what does all of this mean for the Bitcoin TA? Well, you know that we've been in this range, tracking the volume profile for some time, and that 62.7 is a key level. It comes in conjuncture with the short-term channels line of support too. That's a new channel we formed. It's quite recent. But losing 62.7 with a daily fall below should magnetize price towards 59.1. There isn't so much between us, maybe 60.7, but ultimately lower would be the key distinction. I've put my long positions on BTCC to break even profit 2 nights back. When we did the pre-FOMC analysis, it was a hedging strategy to the Fed potentially doing a hike, a surprise rate hike. I'm going to leave that to be and be hopeful of the first 2 weeks of August. That's my fingers crossed Hail Mary for short-term scalp trades. July is closing 8.47%. If August doesn't have a good start, then all eyes will be the road down towards a Q4 low, where I'll put every cent that I have left into Bitcoin and open my long position when we break above the bear market trend line and the 200 daily moving average. As a final conclusion, the Treasury Secretary did something incredible last night and quoted Satoshi Nakamoto in his tweet where he urges for the Senate to pass the Clarity Act. He says, "If you don't believe me or don't get it, I don't have the time to try and convince you. Sorry." As it's historic, the Treasury Secretary of America quoting Satoshi Nakamoto. We're so early. The bear market from 2022 is so different to 2026. Like, I get people not buying Bitcoin and crypto in 2022 because the narrative was just so different. Luna collapsed, 3 Arrows Capital collapsed, BlockFi collapsed, Celsius collapsed, FTX went bankrupt. But you look into the bear market today, you've got the DTCC trying to tokenize everything, the Treasury Secretary posting about the Clarity Act and quoting Satoshi Nakamoto, BlackRock having its own ETF, JP Morgan putting $1 billion in Ethereum on an Ethereum fund. Like, come on, right? I get not buying the 2022 dip, but not buying the 2026 dip. If you're a crypto believer, I'm so sorry to say, but I think it's just utter stupidity and ignorance. Guys, thank you for watching. Take care, and I shall see you all very soon. Bye-bye.